Ever thought about time traveling without leaving your desk?
Hmm?
Well, custom GPT is making that possible for historians.
Wait, so you're saying AI can help us dive into history
Exactly.
like never before?
Exactly.
Wow.
It's like having a personal assistant that not only reads ancient texts but understands the context too.
That's incredible. But how does custom GPT differ from the standard
Good
models we're
question.
used to?
So, standard GPT models are generalists,
Yeah.
right? They can talk about anything but lack specialization. Custom GPT is tailored to specific needs. In this case, historical research.
I see. So it's like having a historian AI instead of just a
Exactly.
regular AI?
Exactly. It's been trained on historical data, so it
Right.
grasps the nuances of different eras, languages, and contexts.
That's fascinating. But how do they train these models on
Well,
historical data?
well, it starts with data collection, gathering texts, manuscripts, records from the periods of
Right.
interest. Then they prepare the data, cleaning it up for training.
Kind of like giving the AI a crash course in history?
Exactly. Exactly. But it's more than a crash course. It's an in-depth immersion.
Hmm?
And then they train the model, teaching it to understand and generate historical language and context.
That sounds intense. Are there any challenges in training these
Definitely.
models?
Definitely. One big issue is bias in historical data.
Oh, right.
If the data is biased, the AI will reflect that. So researchers have to carefully select and pre-process data to minimize bias.
Makes sense. You don't want your AI spouting outdated or biased viewpoints.
Exactly. And then there's the complexity of historical texts. The language can be archaic or context-specific.
Yeah. So how does custom GPT handle that?
Well, with sophisticated algorithms and training methods, it's like teaching a modern student to understand Shakespearean English. It
Yeah.
requires specialized training.
I imagine this opens up a lot of applications
Absolutely.
in historical research.
Absolutely. From analyzing historical texts to predictive modeling in historical contexts.
Predictive modeling in history? That seems a bit, speculative.
Well, think of it as understanding patterns and trends in history that
Right.
can inform future research directions.
Okay, that makes more sense. So it's not predicting the future, but aiding historians in
Exactly.
their analyses.
Exactly. And beyond that, it enhances historical data accessibility
How so?
by making it easier to search and interpret vast archives. It's like having a librarian who knows exactly where
Right.
everything is and can summarize complex documents.
That would be a game changer for researchers.
Definitely. Definitely. There are even case studies where custom GPT has helped decipher ancient manuscripts.
Really? Can you give an example?
Sure. There's a case where researchers used it to interpret cuneiform tablets.
No way.
The AI helped decode inscriptions that had stumped scholars for years.
That's incredible. It's like unlocking secrets of the past.
Exactly. And it's not just for professionals. Even students and amateur historians can benefit.
But with all this reliance on AI, aren't there ethical concerns?
Absolutely. Ensuring accuracy and accountability is crucial. We
Hmm?
have to be careful with bias and make sure the AI doesn't propagate misinformation.
Right, and I guess that's where human oversight comes in.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a tool to aid us, not replace us. We still need expert historians to verify and interpret the AI's outputs.
That makes sense. So where do you see the future of custom GPT in historical research?
Well, I see it becoming an indispensable tool, pushing the boundaries of what we can uncover. With ongoing developments, we might even see AI predicting future trends based on historical data.
Interesting. But don't you think relying too much on AI could hinder critical thinking?
That's a valid concern. But I believe if used correctly, it can enhance our capabilities rather than diminish them.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it's about finding the right balance.
Exactly. It's like any tool. It depends on how we use it.